What is a sign that you're unattractive? My sister and I were always told she was the pretty one. I was the smart one. I am not smart. Your sister must be stupid AF. Thanks damn, I got a lot out of that. My high school best friend was extremely good looking, so most guys who ever talked to me did so in hopes of getting to know her, and a lot of guys would talk to me. I later found out about the existence of this webcomic that they started about us, which was called The Hot and the Funny. The caricature for me in the comic is one of the ugliest things I have seen in my entire life. Yeah, this was my experience growing up. Not the webcomic thing. My best friend is one of the most magnet people you'll ever meet. Guys were literally falling at her feet, for good reason. She's awesome. I got a couple of really good friends out of the ones she liked as friends but didn't want to date. I know it was awful for her. She really wanted to be friends with so many of them without leading them on. Anyway, this is where I honed my sense of humor. Someone brought up that every friend group has an ugly friend. I stupidly said, that's not true, I don't think anyone here is ugly. Silence. I thought nothing of it for 3 years until it finally hit me. I was at a bar with the boys. Across the room, me and a pretty lady met eyes. For a moment things moved in slow motion. I gave her a wry grin and looked away. Another minute or so passed and I glanced back her way. We instantly locked eyes again. I think I'm on here. I notice her friend walking over to me, and I'm thinking, oh, this is it. She's probably gonna tell me her friend thinks I'm cute. She tells me her friend wants me to stop staring at her, it's creeping her out, and maybe we should think about leaving. To make it worse, the boys all wanted to know what she said. A friend of mine shared a post about not being cute, racked up haha and angry reacts. Shared the same post, got sad reacts lol. Ouch. People say hang out with kids because they are honest. Never do that. I was such an asshole as a kid. I called everyone that has dark hair ugly because my mom had blonde hair, and for me she was beauty itself. You do not know how a child's mind works, they will call you ugly just because you look nothing like their mom. Edit 1. Apparently I have to also mention that I am female, not a dude that wanted to fuck his mom. If you're attractive and you say you're ugly, people look at you annoyed and accuse you of fishing for compliments. If you're not attractive and you say you're ugly, everyone tries their hardest to convince you that you're not ugly. When someone says you're unattractive and the other person next to you says don't be rude instead of no, he's attractive. When someone says you're unattractive and the other person next to you says don't be rude instead of no, he's attractive. People generally avoid you and seem to look at you in disgust or pity. At least that's what it seems like from my experience. When, as a 6-year-old, you asked your mother, Mom, am I pretty? And she replied with looks don't matter, sweetie, anyone? Oh, just me? Okay. If you're attractive then you will know it for sure. People will always tell you that you're attractive, you'll get hit on, etc. Being ugly is more of a process of discovery. Most people won't come out and say you're ugly, but they also won't say you're attractive, they're just trying to be nice by not saying anything at all. Whenever you're in doubt about your physical attractiveness, think about the mom in Honey Boo Boo. Someone fucked her at least 4 times, and her personality is also pretty shit, so she doesn't even have that going for her. So how bad can it be? My friend and I was at this summer camp. There's this cute girl in our group. My friend, he's a solid 8/10, asked for a picture together. The girl gladly and excitedly said yes. After they got their picture taken, I asked her to get a picture with me too, and the look on her face was like why not we take a picture as a group instead, and then she walks away. This was way back then, now I'm more confident and kinda glowed up. So I'm fine at it. I know maybe she was really hoping for a group picture, but yay, I don't really care after that incident. Okay, so I'm a firm believer in the cliche that beauty is only skin deep. I work at trade shows across the country around male and female models who are physically attractive, and while you might say or think wow, they're really good looking, that in and of itself does not define them as attractive. Being attractive to me means people are drawn to you. You attract others to be near you and they like to be around you. They want to know more about you. They invite you to do things. You might notice that you're unattractive if, in general, people avoid you. They ignore you in passing. People tend not to engage with you. They don't have any interest in who you are as a person. You're forgettable. You become invisible. People don't look you in the eye, people don't notice you, people don't make small talk. It's actually quite blissful. You keep going out on first online dates but never second, and you eventually realize you're one of the rare people that look way better in pictures, and every guy that meets you is disappointed. Be edit. I don't edit my pictures in any way. I have several full body and I'm not fat. If you'd like to see my profile, I'll send you a screenshot. When members of the opposite sex get upset if you are friendly to them. Like if are minding your own business, having a nice day, thinking about something else, and you accidentally smile and say thank you to someone in a shop, at which they give you a look of fear and disgust. If you grew up as that kid that people would say their friend liked as an embarrassing joke, the idea of you having a partner is a running joke in your circle, relatives and overly nice people are your only source of compliments, and the difference in treatment, whether it's being left out or patronized. When I was younger, I went to a YMCA summer camp. My younger brother went there too. Since he was cute, he was really popular. The older girls went all whenever they saw him. But they did know me and him were related. So, I told them, did you know me and Wolfie are related? They said ew. Then they went to my brother and told him that they could replace me and that it must be hard having such an ugly brother. The worst part is that my brother said, yeah, living with an ugly brother is hard. I don't go to camp anymore. It's different for men and women. For women, it's easy. If you're attractive, you're probably getting hit on fairly consistently. This might not be true if you avoid bars and clubs though. For men, it's significantly harder. You can be very attractive before even a single woman will actively hit on you, at least in a way that you'll actually recognize. If you're a dude and nobody you can remember has hit on you, NBD. The biggest indicator I've found is probably that in any random conversation with somebody that doesn't know you well, if the topic of relationships come up and you mention you're single, people express mild surprise. This might not be true if you avoid bars and clubs though. Phew, that's nice to hear. I don't think I'm unattractive ugly, but I have my flaws like everyone else. But I never get approached by guys in person. I'd be over the moon if someone did. But I also don't drink at all, and clubs sound awful, so my social situations are limited. Yeah, you're explicitly avoiding the most common social situations where it's acceptable for one person to approach one another out of the blue and flirt. Your social situation doesn't have to be limited though. Join some sort of group for a thing you like to do or want to learn how to do, and you can meet a lot of people that way. Well, there's no point for me to force myself into bars, clubs when I would be outwardly annoyed and unhappy with the situation. And quite frankly, because I don't like those situations, I wouldn't exactly want to find a guy who was there because he enjoyed it. And I'm working on trying to find groups or classes that I enjoy. I have a lot of hobbies, but they're rather solitary, annoyingly. I get out as often as I can though. I mostly end up alone the entire night, or I'm in a group of people who are like twice my age. Most commonly comes up with local concerts I go to. I do try. But vast majority of groups that may be interesting are always paired with alcohol. Hey, let's meet up at X Bar Brewery, and I'm just like, let's not? You may say you can go anyway and hang out, but believe me when I say that's not very fun. Why aren't you drinking? X100 gets old very fast. You look like me. When you comment on a coworker's new shirt or hairstyle and get called to HR for sexual harassment. When you grow out a mustache, no beard, and people are torn between it looking like a 70s porn star statch or a pedo statch. Oh boy, finally a question based on my expertise. Few pointers from my experience of being unattractive for 18 years. Shit, I am not ready for this. You mumble under your breath every time someone takes out their phone and says, let's take a selfie. Getting a tag you in a post photo notification is a literal nightmare. Especially if it's a group picture, because you know you look ugly in 9/10 of them, and the person who posted the picture definitely didn't make the decision based on how you look in it. You've experienced at least one I like you, but my dudes, every sentence before the word but is horseshit. You've had at least one friend who is constantly trying to tell you how beauty is skin deep, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, etc. You have a great personality though, guys. People befriend you only to get a medium to befriend your actually attractive friend. Finally, one that I'm an expert in. Children stare at you until their parents make them stop. You're told you look like a fictional character, and that character is known for being unattractive. Strangers avoid you before you've even had a chance to say anything. You ask someone out, and she just laughs at you, genuine uncontrollable laughter. The cashier looks up at you and flinches. You get the cops called on you just for existing in public, and I'm not even black.
Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss a video. Like, comment and subscribe if you're new here. More great Reddit content coming soon.